we will win.
Yeah, this is why it's such a big decision here right now for Team Spirit. If they want to go ahead and show their cards in the roam. The shields that are going to come through too, that'll help extend the fight if you're Team Vamos, but it's also just the amount of...
They take it away.
They take it away. This is a really good call here, Lefel, too, that you get that. Because think about it, the Minotaur with the Jushin that paired up, that amount of crowd control that comes with that is a whole lot to try to burst through, especially if you're a Ling and you're trying to, find that right window of opportunity to jump in, Tempest Blades, get the damage off. So really good to lock that in. And we wait to see what Hiko's going to end up playing in that gold lane. And so now these last 2 picks for Team Vamos.
I feel like Alice would be a pretty good answer going up against Team Spirit for now. And then in terms of the roam pick, I think HO could still be serviceable. It is difficult because there is a Phoveus, but they need someone to slow the engage coming in because the Zushin can pull the Minotaur in. If you want to... Oh, they pick up the Melissa.
Wow.
Melissa as well as the Hylos here. So this is very interesting. They're just saying, in case he goes to the late game, we'll be able to do well. And the Melissa pick really is just to win the lane.
Yeah.
However, interesting enough, Nako before this did not use the Inspire, used the Flicker. I wonder if he will still stick the same style.
Does this do anything with... I don't know. This is me asking. I guess we see the Claude, so there's no longer any mystery to my question. But Melissa, in this kind of like bruiser heavy, approach where there's a lot of CC and stun, does she help to peel that a little bit?
Yeah, honestly, she does. The go away helps a lot when it comes to dealing with picks like the Phoveus. Against the Ling, maybe not, because I feel like the Ling's range still gets into Melissa, and then 2 or 3 hits, she's gonna die. But I feel like part of the reason they picked this up is to deal with the Phoveus, because the first 3 picks, they don't have an answer for the Phoveus. The Hylos as well as Melissa does.
They do have the range damage now as well. 2 undefeated teams so far in their first series, now looking to stay undefeated or see if they will drop out to face the eliminated team, or at least the team in the lower bracket side, Guangzhou Gaming. We'll find out in just a moment as we kick off our Series 2 of the day, Game 1 versus Team Vamos and Team Spirit.
Thank you so much, Rain Day. Here, we're going to see our second best of 3 play out. Luckily, no pressure. None of their keys are going to get destroyed, but truly, looking for that qualification spot has put enough of a spotlight on both of our teams here today. It's going to be Vamos on the blue side facing up against Team Spirit. For anyone just tuning in, welcome.
Hey, even though there's no pressure of being eliminated, that qualification spot being the first one to knockouts, that's going to be massive for them as they get to watch everybody else with no pressure, having all the prep time in the world to make it to the knockout stage. Now, let's talk a little bit about this matchup, Gideon. The Melissa pickup there for Vamos, and I'd say really good move by Spirit, just holding out for Hiko's pick all the way to the end. The Claude is a known counter against this Melissa. Another thing you guys need to know, though, is the Flicker choice, not the Inspire for the Melissa. With the new Melissa, you go for pull yourself together, you rack up those assists, and you get the cooldown on Flicker very quickly up.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want here, is they're already looking for the early invade. They might get first blood here, but TS decide, no, we're not going to contest the Lethal Wanderer, let them have it, we're going to play for the later half of the game anyways. I think that at this stage, and especially, with the pull, hold up, an early Flicker getting baited out, actually forced out from Sunset Lover.
Still pretty oppressive in lane, man. The juice in, even after all these nerfs. Again, it's to pull yourself together for Natco. All about picking up those assists, getting to a point where the Flicker is on super low cooldown, and then just surviving throughout these skirmishes, being that consistent damage source. Zaur, already level 4, but I don't think going on Clockon is wise right now with the Flicker up and with the Brave Smite.
Probably not the greatest idea, but I like the fact that Supat has opted to go for the Weakness Finder just to say, you know what, as much as I love Warcraft, I want to punish Kid Bomba in the lane as much as I possibly can, and they're looking for it now.
Yep, rotation over, Bomba able to still pick up that XP crab now against Supat, jumps in twice, but Zekeith is going to rotate over as well. Kid Bomba with the Dark Wave, landing on 2 now. Flicker down to safety, and for the pursuit is already there. The Tempest Blades comes in with Sour Egoist, and Sumpat's gonna get baited under. First blood away, Sour with the Divine Blades, getting away, but now to the Lantern Flare to throw him back into Zekeith, and it's a double pickup as Sawo with no Flicker is fed right onto the Hirara.
Can they get anything more for this? And it looks like no, nothing else. The Glorious Pathway being stolen away as topside. Natco doing a pretty good job in this lane, staying very, very healthy. But with everything that has happened, at least for Kid Bomba's side, hey, we delayed this, now we have to refight for it.
Dark Wave again, now the Glorious Pathway stolen by Sunset Lover. Rectory coming out for error. Sour was still on the purple buff, and it's just a good escape as Zekeith lays down the carpet. to get them all out.
Yeah, but this means it's an instant invade on the side of Team Spirit, right? They're not going to give this up. They know for a fact, hey, Zeke has the recall. He already used the Glorious Pathway. He's not going to be here for a couple of seconds. So let's take what we can get and quickly rotate back over to the mid lane. Maybe give some pressure over to Hiko, because so far, it looks like he's getting punished.
Zeke's been playing an amazing game, man. Getting these Law and Orders at the right time. Also just slowing Bomba. It's a zoning that we didn't get to see for some of the games we witnessed yesterday. And now, they're already putting the pressure onto Zaur Ego. Is giving Error 404 all the space to take lethal, to take control of enemy map, and just to get that advantage that they have technically already built up with that first turtle.
Honestly, the one thing I'm really happy with the meta right now is the way that, you know, the jungle is intended to go vertically against each other in these moments. I mean, obviously, Ling is super, super quick, but at the same time, if you make some decisive decisions, and more importantly, you actually struggle to fight for the tempo, you can get first movements in certain parts of the map. And you can tell, with the side laners, they want to keep it as neutral as possible to punish the opponents, but those mid lanes are constantly moving around.
And that was the reason me and you, Gideon, during the draft, were talking about a Cho pick instead of this Minotaur for Sao, something that could guarantee the mid-prio to rotate around the map. That right now, Vamos have complete control of. Look at this. Error, double immobilization now with the stun of the Law and Order, to the pickup straight into Error again. Forces the Glorious Pathway defensively subpot as well with Prio down below. Zaur's gonna have to go for the Retribution. That he does. 18 seconds for the turtle. Vamos. Well, Error also used Retri, so he'll have it quicker.
I think overall, it's all right. At the end of the day, it's no harm, no foul. It's still putting Error in a pretty decent position, and at the same time, his Retribution is going to come back up just slightly earlier, 5 seconds worth of difference between the two. So let's see how TS is going to delay this, right?
Look at
They're
that
already
cut.
sending.
Oh God, Zeke so well played, but clock on Error 404. The easiest turtle take for him as Bomba's not there to do anything. Sao throwing back again. Minions Fury, the flicker backwards. Now look at the puppet. Oh, the Muddle's doing damage. They're gonna go for the siege in the mid lane here. Zaur Ego is with the Tempest of Blades, still up, pops it in, now goes for it. It's just a clear with the retreat onto the mini waves in the mid lane.
That's good, that's good. You need to make sure that mid-tier 1 stays open. Nako, he shouldn't be punished here unless Kid Bomba is willing to flicker for it, but even so, without no get away from me, it's gonna be a lot harder for Nako to keep himself alive. That battle spell, so valuable on all fronts. And yeah, as you mentioned, we were talking about initially getting the Cho just to kind of maybe force out Purifies and also have a quicker rotation overall. Every side needs a concussive blast user.
Sawo's got no flicker. They want to abuse that fact. Hiko caught in the Glorious Pathway. Immobilization coming down. The Purify's there, but it's immobilized. Delayed perfectly. Zeke runs him down with the rest of the team. That's yet another pick-off for Vamos.
This is great. This is great for Vamos, and better yet, you can just tell. It's all not only is it about tempo, but just remembering how long does it take for the Minotaur to get the ult back up. So again, when you are on CD, your opposing team are looking to punish. And so far, Vamos has gotten a little bit more value all across the board in comparison to TS, but it's only a 1.3k. Not the biggest lead in the world for Vamos. We need to see the conversions after Natco gets unlocked.
And instantly after that statement, they find the conversion on the turret up top. Now it's going to give him so much more room to bully and deny farm from Zaur Egoist. Again, you can see Error. He's trying to force his way into enemy jungle, constantly trying to put that pressure while stealing these camps.
Oh, it's about that mid control, and now the dive.
Bomb over the Dark Wave. Those Muddles doing a lot of damage. Lantern player throws him back straight on. Sao has him in his fury, won't go for it. Hiko doing some damage right now. Sapat's able to pick up the turret down below, and look at the Muddles. Poking Spirit down, all of them clumping together under this tier 1. Error is going to get another free turtle.
Luckily, it's Flying Cloud, so unfortunately, despite, forcing the recalls early on, Vamos, they're not done just yet. They want this mid-tier 1.
Bomba can't do anything. He's going to have to flicker out. Minions Fury knocking him up, but Nako was able to flicker out of safety.
Oh my god.
Sao with yet another knockup. Now a flicker out for Sao, but Clockun is a bit too aggressive. Did not want to use the Crimson Beacon, nor the flicker.
Yep, got punished for it hard, and now they lose tier 1 up top side as well, just because they were so adamant on trying to break this mid-tier 1. Overall, it's not the worst thing in the world, but you can see that at least for Team Spirit, they're not completely out of this just yet. It's a matter of time before they can start clumping up and fighting front to back, which to be fair, is in Vamos' favor, assuming that Nako has that battle spell up, because he's going to get dove on pretty quickly by Zara Egoist, and that's going to cost him resources.
Someone knows there's no flicker on Nako, but he has to disengage now. Bomba, no flicker. He's going to be caught all alone, immobilized and isolated. Error 404 picks up his first Sky Piercer stack. Wants a bit more, just a bit of poke onto Sunset Lover.
They've got 2 tier 1s, top and bot side. They need to get this conversion soon, or at the very least, try and take away that purple buff, which has been a big contestation for the early stages of the game. Luckily for Zara Egoist, he's more than willing to actually use his retribution to secure it every single time, and now he's got a level above Arrow 4-4.
It's so difficult for Hiko to walk up right now. In a 1v1, he should do well against the Melissa, but with Z-Keep on the high lows, it's almost never 1v1. Sunset caught in the bad spot. The Darkwave lands. Error is caught. Now the peel for the rest of the team as Error is able to escape as the Tempest of Blades comes in from Zaur. Bomba's going to be caught by Glorious Pathway and the Lancer Flare as well. Valkyrie Descent coming down as well. Bomba's able to flicker out to safety, but it's going to be the Inferno Pursuit that saves him for a bit. Supply on the turret taken down as well as Hiko now puts the pressure over the Blazing Duet on Error 404, but he gets away in time still. It's the burn of that glowing wand of Sunset Lover that takes him down.
Good punish, good punish. It should have been a 1-for-1 there. Bit of an overextension so far, but it's not over because so far Nako has been playing one hell of a game. Even when the frontliners start to peel backwards, they don't necessarily escape the danger. And with the get away from me, that's a clear sign we can't go any further than this line.
Zaur is still a level ahead. It's 3 turtles to Vamos with so much pressure from Vamos. Yet Zaur finds himself in the lead right now. Purple buff not available for him. Retribution Z-Keep steals it away somehow. Bomba's gonna have to run away with no flicker. He pops in the Dark Wave and goes in for a desperate move, but Z-Keep picks up the Lord and a killing spree.
Oh my goodness, that has got to be so upsetting. I mean, I can only imagine, like, especially if you're in Zara Egoist's position.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like, he comes back. I've tried my hardest to try and save it, and I think he might have retreated too early. Let's see it right here.
Oh, he did! Like, it was right on the border. He retreated right as he got... Oh god.
I hate the fact that this visual indicator, that line is too thick. We need a cleaner line here to know exactly when, or do the smart thing and crunch the numbers as they're looking to siege underneath the inhibitor.
Muddle's placed down. Nako now brings it back. Hiko's gonna be caught by the stun of Law and Order. And the Lord is still very much healthy down below. Vamos are playing this clean siege game against Team Spirit.
This is disgusting. We're used to the sieges coming in from like the Yves, the Farsas, but now when we have Muddles, it's just constantly being thrown underneath that inhibitor. And there's very little that Team Spirit can actually do in these moments. Luckily, at least, with the Lord crashing down on the Holy Shielding side, maybe they've got an opportunity.
Uh-oh. Baba popped in. That shoulder bash a bit too far. He gets baited out of it. Dark Wave lands on everybody, but he gets taken out. Now Kalkun with the Crimson Beacon zoning Hiko away. He has to BMI backwards at the Ling. Zaur has to handle down below. That's a far lane base turret taken for Vamos.
So far, this Melissa pick has been doing wonders. Even though it's not picking up the most amount of kills, being 0-4 on those assists is great enough. He's peeled for his frontliners more times than the actual supports.
Again, it's the Muddles. Onto the back, doing some damage. Just poke and poke. Spirit able to keep their 2 base turrets alive, but I think for Vamos, it's already a win. They wanted the far lane, they wanted that control. They didn't want Zaur to be able to dictate the pace of that far lane, and now he shouldn't be able to.
All right, I think we need a quick item look here. We see the hand cams, everybody, top tier mechanics here. Trying to make sure that they're keeping up fast, but we need to see what they currently have. 3 items already done here for this Melissa, looking for a winsome nature just to keep themselves alive against someone like the Claw, who, unfortunately for Hiko, hasn't completed the Trinity himself. From everybody else, I'm most worried about anybody who wants to go up forward, people like Kid Bomba, because the Ice Queen's wand is completed for Clawkun, so running away is even harder.
The biggest problem I see right now is the fact that they just don't have enough damage, right? Like, this composition really relies on both Zaur and Hiko to be ahead. Zaur's doing a pretty good job at keeping things level despite the 3 turtles that Vamos have taken, but Hiko on the other side, because they've been trying to give all the farm to Zaur, Hiko has suffered. He's only now finished up the Swift Trinity. And you can see it's almost a 1-item difference here. Natko gonna pick up the Win of Nature very soon.
Yeah, I mean, as much as Clawkun has already, given his life in weird times, he's still a full item up in comparison to Sunset Lover. I mean, yes, the Lightning Truncheon is always going to be good for that extra bit of damage, but there's so much to stand on Subbot. Unless he gets it on Natko, I don't see it happening.
Zaur's gonna try to go for the steal right now, but he's only able to get the Finch poised. Kid Bomba flickers out, but there's no one there to help him out. That's gonna be the Lancer Flare to bring him back. Suppot right there as well. Glorious Pathway in a massive dark wave, but it won't be enough as Natko cuts him down, and that's enough gold just for the kill on Bomba to get him a win of nature.
They've got the kill angle here. Natko has already completed the Winds of Nature. If he go even fully stacked with the Art of Thievery, with the fully stacked golden... wait, hold on. What do they have? They're just trying to muscle their way in.
Oh, Error almost bursted Hiko down. Zaur up top to buy some time against Sunset Lover, forced to flicker out of Sunset. Able to bait for Zaur. He goes in for the 1v1 against Error, but the Lord is right there as Clockwork is able to pick up Zaur. That's 1v1. Zaur picking up the kill onto Error. Now goes for the Blaze as well. The Blaze event comes around for Hiko, but he's able to BMI out of the Law and Order. Now as Bomba respawns back. Zaur gets caught by the muddles. Bomba has the jump in front of Pursuit onto Natko. The Wind of Nature saving him right now as Bomba's gonna have to jump one more time. Clockwork's right there. Bomba with the jump again. Now it's Hiko with the rest of the world. Natko kiting back. Hiko with the BMI. Vamos on the base. It will just be game one. Team Vamos.
So close to the wipeout, but what an absolute destruction of the base there. Again, I thought at some point Vamos was going to start backing up, but sheer confidence saying, hey, no, I've got the damage, I've got the items, we just have to play this perfectly and peel backwards and we can win the game.